The silent attack, the stars looked peaceful from space. Commander Sarah Chen floated in her emergency pod, watching her home burn. Earth Colony Nova 7 was nothing but fire and ash now. Tears floated away from her eyes in zero gravity. They thought humans were weak, she whispered to the recorder. They were wrong. Dead wrong. Her mind went back to just 48 hours earlier. Everything had been so different then. Hours earlier, the morning sun of Nova 7 painted the sky orange and purple. Children played in the streets. Farmers worked in the green fields. The human colony had 3 million people living in peace. They had been here for 50 years without any trouble. Sarah Chen was drinking coffee in the command center. Her friend Mike Torres was telling jokes to the staff. Everyone was laughing. Life was good. Then the alarm started screaming. "Commander! Unknown ships entering our space," the radar operator shouted. His face turned white. Sarah ran to the screen. 12 massive ships appeared from nowhere. They were black like the night. Each ship was 10 times bigger than anything humans had. Strange symbols glowed on their hulls. "Try to contact them," Sarah ordered. Her heart was beating fast. The screen flickered. An alien face appeared. It had gray skin, 6 eyes, and no mouth. When it spoke, the voice came from everywhere at once. "We are the Zerathi Empire. Humans are infection. Galaxy must be cleaned." Sarah stepped forward. "Wait, we come in peace. We can talk." The screen went black. "Commander, they're charging weapons." Mike screamed, but no missiles came. No laser beams. Instead, a green cloud fell from the ships like rain. It covered the entire colony in seconds. Sarah grabbed her emergency mask. "Everyone get to shelters now!" But it was too late. People in the streets started coughing. Blood came from their eyes and noses. Children fell down and didn't get up. The farmers in the fields screamed once, then went silent forever. The green cloud killed everything it touched. Plants turned black. Animals died where they stood. Even the water became poison. "We need to evacuate," Mike shouted. But then he started coughing too. Blood splashed on his uniform. "Mike, no!" Sarah reached for him. He pushed her away. "Go, someone needs to tell Earth." Sarah ran through the dying city. Bodies everywhere. Her friends, her neighbors, all dead or dying. The medical center was full of screaming people. Doctors fell next to their patients. Nobody could help anyone. She reached the spaceport. Only one small ship was still working. Behind her, the command center exploded. Mike was gone. Sarah jumped into the ship. Her hands shook as she started the engines. The green cloud was coming closer. She could see it eating through the spaceport walls. The ship lifted off. Below her, 3 million humans were dying. She couldn't save even one. As she broke through the atmosphere, she looked back. Nova 7 was covered in green death. The Zerathi ships hung there like dark gods, watching their work. Sarah turned on the emergency transmitter. She had to warn Earth. "This is Commander Sarah Chen, Nova 7 colony. The colony is dead, all dead. Alien race called Zerathi. They used bioweapon. No warning, no mercy. They called humans an infection." She stopped. Her voice was breaking. 3 million people, families, children, all gone in minutes. Then she remembered something. The colony's main computer had backup systems in deep bunkers. Maybe some data survived. She accessed it remotely from her ship. Files started downloading. Military records, science data, then something else. Something marked classified level Omega. Sarah opened the file. Her eyes grew wide. This can't be real. The file showed human DNA charts, but there was something else mixed in. Something not from Earth. The date on the file was from 100 years ago. More files appeared. Project Prometheus. The Sleeping Warriors. Emergency Protocol 7. A video file started playing. An old Earth general appeared. He looked straight at the camera. "If you're watching this, humanity is in danger. What you're about to learn will change everything. Humans are not what we seem. We are not weak. We were never weak. We chose to forget our true power. But if our survival is threatened..." The video cut to images of soldiers. But these were not normal soldiers. They moved too fast, lifted things too heavy. Their eyes glowed in the dark. Sarah's ship computer beeped. The Zerathi ships were turning toward her. She grabbed the controls and entered jump coordinates for Earth. As space bent around her ship, she heard the old general's final words. "We hoped this day would never come. But if it has, then the galaxy is about to learn why humans once ruled the stars, and why everyone feared us." The jump drive activated. Sarah's last view was the Zerathi ships firing at empty space where she had been. She had escaped. But 3 million humans hadn't. Now Earth would know. Now humanity would remember. The war had begun. The forgotten secret Sarah's ship exploded out of jump space near Earth. Alarms screamed in every direction. Her fuel was gone. The ship was dying, but she had made it home. Earth Control, this is Commander Chen. Emergency. Emergency! She shouted into the radio. Sarah, is that you? Where's your colony? The voice asked. Dead, all dead. 3 million people gone. Her voice cracked. Aliens called Zerathi. They're coming for Earth next. Silence. Then chaos on the radio. 20 minutes later, Sarah stood in the World Council chamber. 500 leaders stared at her with white faces. President Lisa Park spoke first. Show us everything. Sarah played the video. The green cloud. The dying children. The bodies in the streets. Some council members threw up. Others cried. But one man didn't move at all. General Marcus Stone, 90 years old. More machine than man now. His metal eyes watched without blinking. General, you don't look surprised. President Park noticed. The old general stood up slowly. His mechanical legs clicked on the floor. Because I'm not. This day was always coming. Everyone turned to stare at him. 50 years ago, I begged this council to prepare. You called me crazy. Said I was paranoid. He laughed, but it sounded like breaking glass. Now 3 million are dead. What are you talking about? President Park demanded. General Stone touched his wrist. The room's main screen came alive. Time to show you Project Prometheus. The screen showed Mars, but not today's Mars. This was from 100 years ago. First human mission. They were drilling for water in the deep ice. Then they found something else. Is that a body? Someone gasped. Frozen in the ice was a humanoid figure, but it was 3 meters tall. Its skin was silver. Its eyes were black as space. We called it the Visitor, General Stone said. Carbon dating said it was 50,000 years old. But here's the interesting part. Its DNA was almost human. 90% match. The video continued. Scientists in labs, mixing DNA, growing things in tanks. Then success, a baby's cry. We made hybrids, the general said simply. Human mixed with alien DNA. They grew up different, stronger, faster, smarter. Some could hear thoughts. Others could heal from any wound. The council was silent. President Park's hands shook. Where are these hybrids now? General Stone smiled. It was not a nice smile. Sleeping. 1,000 of them, hidden in a military base under the Atlantic Ocean. We called them the Prometheus soldiers. You made super soldiers and didn't tell anyone. President Park stood up angry. We had to keep it secret. They were too dangerous. One soldier went crazy during training. Killed 50 normal humans before we stopped him. We put them all in deep sleep after that, waiting for the day humanity needed them. Sarah stepped forward. That day is now. The Zerathi destroyed my colony in minutes. Normal weapons won't stop them. Suddenly, every screen in the room turned red. An emergency transmission from the outer defense stations. Zerathi fleet detected. 20 ships approaching Jupiter Station. On the screen, Jupiter Station exploded. 10,000 people gone in seconds. The Zerathi ships kept coming. General Stone hit a button on his metal arm. Wake-up protocol activated. All Prometheus soldiers will be conscious in 1 hour. You can't just... President Park started. I just did. The general cut her off. We have no choice now. Deep under the Atlantic Ocean, lights turned on for the first time in 30 years. Ice melted from glass tubes. Inside each tube, a figure started moving. The first one to open his eyes was Captain Jack Morrison. Everyone called him Ghost because he could disappear and reappear somewhere else. His eyes glowed blue in the dark. How long? He asked the computer. 30 years, 4 months, 6 days, the computer answered. Jack stepped out of his tube. His muscles should be weak after sleeping so long, but he lifted a steel door with one hand, ripping it off its frame. Around him, 999 more tubes opened. Men and women stepped out, all different. Some had silver skin. Others had eyes that saw in complete darkness. One woman's hands sparked with electricity. Lieutenant Emma Rose could read minds. She touched Jack's shoulder. I hear thousands of human thoughts. They're terrified. Something bad is happening, Jack nodded. Wake everyone. Full combat mode, the base came alive. Weapons that normal humans couldn't even lift. Armor that moved like liquid metal. Ships that responded to thought, not controls. On the wall, a screen showed Earth news. The Zarathi had destroyed 3 more colonies. 50 million humans dead now. The alien fleet was 5 days from Earth. Jack watched the Zarathi message again. Humans are infection. Must clean galaxy. Something felt wrong about those words. Too much fear in them. The Zarathi weren't just killing humans. They were afraid of them. Sir, Emma said, reading his thoughts. What if they know something about what humans really are? Before Jack could answer, General Stone's face appeared on screen. Captain Morrison, time to earn your purpose. The Zarathi fleet will reach Earth in 5 days. Stop them. Jack looked at his soldiers, each one worth 100 normal humans in battle. Maybe more. You heard the General. Time to remind the galaxy what humans can do. The soldiers cheered, but Emma grabbed Jack's arm. Her face was white. Jack, I'm sensing something else. Other alien races. They're watching. They're all afraid. Not of the Zarathi, of us. Of what happens when humans remember how to fight. Jack looked at the Earth on the screen. 7 billion normal humans who didn't know their own history. Who didn't know what their species once was. Then let them fear, he said. The Zarathi asked for war. Now they'll get one. The base's massive doors opened. 1,000 super soldiers marched toward their ships. Each step shook the ground. Above them, the Zarathi fleet got closer. They thought they were hunting weak prey. They were about to learn how wrong they were. The turning point. The Mars defense line was humanity's last wall before Earth. 50 human ships waited there. Old ships. Weak ships. Against them, 500 Zarathi destroyers moved like hungry sharks. Admiral Rosa Kim stood on the bridge of the UES Thunder. Her hands were steady, but her heart wasn't. All ships hold the line. We die here if we must. Then space behind them bent and twisted. 30 black ships appeared from nowhere. Ships nobody had seen before. Admiral, those are human signals. Her officer shouted. Jack Morrison's face appeared on screen. His glowing eyes made everyone step back. Admiral Kim, pull your ships back. We'll take it from here. Who the hell are you? Admiral Kim demanded. The answer to your prayers. Now move. The Prometheus soldiers didn't wait. Their ships were alive, made from the same alien DNA in their bodies. The ships responded to thoughts, not commands. Jack stood in his command center. No seat, no controls. Just him and his mind connected to everything. Emma, what do you read? Emma Rose touched the ship's walls. Her mind reached out across space. The Zarathi are confused. They've never seen ships like ours. Wait, Jack, they're scared. Really scared. Good. All units attack pattern Omega. The 30 ships split apart like water. Each moved in impossible ways. Normal physics didn't apply to them. They flew through space like living creatures. The Zarathi fired first. Thousands of green energy beams. The same weapons that killed colonies. But the Prometheus ships absorbed the energy. Fed on it. Grew stronger. Our turn, Jack whispered. Lieutenant Marcus Chen could control gravity. His ship created a black hole in the middle of the Zarathi fleet. 20 enemy ships got sucked in and crushed to nothing. Sergeant Diana Troy could phase through solid matter. Her ship went ghost-like, passed through Zarathi shields, and appeared inside their formation. She destroyed 10 ships from within, but Jack had a different plan. I'm boarding their command ship. Captain, that's suicide, Emma warned. Not for us. Jack's ship rammed into the biggest Zarathi vessel. He didn't use an airlock. He punched through the hull with his bare hands. The vacuum of space couldn't kill him. His altered body adapted instantly. Inside, hundreds of Zarathi warriors waited. Gray skin, 6 eyes, weapons that could melt steel. Jack smiled. He moved faster than their eyes could follow. His fists broke their armor like paper. When they shot him, his wounds healed in seconds. One Zarathi tried to run. Jack appeared in front of him without walking there. Please, the Zarathi begged in broken English. You're not supposed to exist. The old record said you were gone. Jack grabbed him. What old records? What do you know about humans? The alien's 6 eyes were full of terror. The ancient war, 50,000 years ago. Humans ruled everything. Every race was slave to you. You were monsters, gods of death. We enslaved the galaxy. Jack felt cold inside. No, worse, you protected it. But your protection was prison. No race could grow, could learn, could be free. You decided everything. Who lived, who died, who could travel stars. The galaxy rebelled. All races together. Barely won. Made you forget. Changed your DNA. Made you weak. Jack let go of the alien. His mind was spinning. Emma's voice came through his implant. Jack, I'm reading his mind. He's telling the truth. Oh God, we were the galaxy's dictators? Outside, the battle was ending. The Prometheus soldiers had destroyed 300 Zerathi ships. Only 200 left, running away, but then every screen lit up with a new message. A ship bigger than Earth's moon came out of jump space. The Zerathi Emperor himself. His face appeared on every channel. Unlike other Zerathi, he had 12 eyes and golden skin. Humans, I'm Emperor Kraxtor. You have remembered how to fight. Good. Now I will use the weapon that stopped you before. The moon-sized ship opened like a flower. Inside was a weapon that looked like a giant eye made of crystals. General Stone's voice came through emergency channels from Earth. All ships retreat. That's a DNA disruptor. It's what they used to make humans weak 50,000 years ago. But it was too late. The weapon fired. A wave of silver energy covered everything. It hit the normal human ships first. Nothing happened to them. Then it hit the Prometheus soldiers. Jack screamed. His DNA was burning, changing, but not getting weaker. Something else was happening. The human DNA and alien DNA in his body weren't fighting anymore. They were joining. Becoming something new, Emma fell to her knees. Jack, I can hear them. All humans. Every human on Earth. Their minds are connecting. On Earth, 7 billion humans suddenly felt strange. The Zerathi weapon was meant to weaken human DNA, but humans had evolved for 50,000 years since then. The weapon woke up something that was sleeping in every human cell. People in cities stopped and looked up. Their eyes flashed with golden light for just a second. Children playing became faster, stronger. Old people felt young again. Everyone heard whispers in their minds, memories of what humanity used to be. Jack stood up. He felt different, stronger than before, but also calmer, like puzzle pieces finally fitting together. Emperor Kraxtor, he broadcast. Your weapon failed. The Emperor's 12 eyes went wide. Impossible. This killed the human empire. No, it just made us forget. But we're not the same humans you fought. We've grown, changed, become something better. Jack raised his hand. Every Zerathi ship's computer suddenly obeyed him. Their weapons turned off. Their shields dropped. Their engines stopped. How? The Emperor whispered. The alien DNA you found on Mars. It wasn't alien. It was human. Original human. Before we chose to become weaker, to give the galaxy freedom, we mixed our own past with our present. And now, Emma stood beside him. Now we're complete again, but different. We remember being tyrants. We won't be that again. The Emperor's ship tried to run. Jack didn't chase him. Instead, he sent a thought. Just one thought. The Emperor's moon-sized ship stopped. Its weapons powered down permanently. Please, the Emperor begged. Don't destroy us. Jack looked at the stars. He could feel every human mind now. 7 billion voices. Some angry, some scared, some wanting revenge for the dead colonies. But stronger than all of that was something else. Hope, mercy, the choice to be better. We won't destroy you, Jack said. But the war is over. You lost. Admiral Kim's voice came through, shaking. Captain Morrison, what are you? What are we becoming? Jack looked at his hands. They looked normal, but he could feel the power in them. The power to create or destroy, to rule or to serve. We're still human, Admiral, just complete now. The galaxy tried to break us. Instead, they fixed us. Emma touched his shoulder. Jack, I'm sensing something else. Other races. Hundreds of them. They're all watching. They remember the old humans now. They're terrified we'll enslave them again. Jack opened a channel to every ship, every planet, every race in receiving range. This is Captain Jack Morrison of Earth. We remember what we were. We remember what we did, but we are not our ancestors. The galaxy is free. It will stay free. But if you attack humanity again, he let the threat hang there. Let them imagine what humans could do now. The Zerathi Emperor spoke one more time. The galaxy will never trust you. You're too powerful. They'll unite against you, Jack smiled sadly. Then we'll prove them wrong. One day at a time, the battle was over. Humanity had won, but the real challenge was just beginning. In the dark corner of the galaxy, something ancient stirred. It had been waiting for 50,000 years, waiting for humans to remember. It whispered into the void. So the children have awakened. Time to see if they've truly learned. The galaxy trembles. The Zerathi Emperor's moon-sized ship hung dead in space, every system frozen. Jack Morrison had done that with just a thought. The galaxy watched in terrified silence. Then the Emperor did something nobody expected. He laughed. You think you've won, humans? His 12 eyes glowed red. This ship isn't my real weapon. It was just bait, to make you show your power, to make the galaxy see what you really are. A button appeared in his hand. Ancient, made of bone and metal. This button has waited 50,000 years. The last gift from the Old Ones, the beings who ruled before humans. Before anyone. Jack felt Emma's mind scream a warning. Jack, something's coming. Something huge. The Emperor pressed the button. Space itself cracked like broken glass. A hole opened. Not a black hole. Something worse. From inside came a ship that made the Emperor's moonship look like a toy. It was alive, made of flesh and metal and nightmares. Eyes covered its surface, thousands of them. All looking at Earth, a voice spoke. Not in words. In pure thought that hurt to hear. Humans, you wake. Good. I am the last Old One. I have waited, watched. Now you face real test. President Park's voice came through from Earth, panicking. Captain Morrison, what is that thing? Jack couldn't answer. The Old One was in his mind. In every human's mind. It showed them visions, the galaxy before humans. The Old Ones ruled with absolute cruelty. They ate entire races for fun. Used planets as toys. Then humans appeared. Not from Earth originally. From somewhere else. Somewhere outside the galaxy. Humans fought the Old Ones for 1,000 years. Finally won. Killed them all. Except one, this one. It hid. Waited. Planned. You became soft, the Old One said. Gave freedom to lesser races, they made you weak. Now I return, now I take back Galaxy. The creature's ship fired. Not weapons. Something worse. It shot pure fear. Every living thing in the solar system felt it. On Earth, 7 billion humans fell to their knees. Children cried. Adults screamed. Even the Prometheus soldiers felt their courage dying. But Jack remembered something. The old general's words. The files Sarah had found. We chose to forget, he said out loud. We chose to become weak. That means Emma understood. We can choose to remember. All of it. Jack reached out with his mind. Not just to the Prometheus soldiers. To every human. All 7 billion. Listen to me. His thought echoed across Earth. We were conquerors once. We were protectors. We were gods, remember. Remember who we are. On Earth, something magical happened. A farmer in Kansas felt his hands grow strong. He remembered ancestors who could shape mountains. A teacher in Tokyo felt her mind expand. She could see mathematics of the universe. A child in Cairo looked at the stars and understood their language. 7 billion humans stood up together. Their eyes glowed, not with alien power, with human power, the power they had locked away to give others freedom. The Old One's fear weapon hit them and did nothing. Humans had conquered fear before conquering the galaxy. Impossible. The Old One roared. Jack and his soldiers weren't fighting alone anymore. Every human mind joined together. Not controlled, not enslaved, choosing to unite. A grandmother in London shared her wisdom. A scientist in Mumbai shared her knowledge. A soldier in New York shared his courage. Together, they were more than the sum of their parts. Jack felt the combined will of humanity flow through him. Your turn is over, Old One. This galaxy belongs to the free races now. The Old One attacked with everything. Weapons that could crack planets. Diseases that could kill stars. Mental attacks that could drive gods insane. But humans had evolved past physical forms. Their joined minds created a shield of pure thought. The planet-cracking weapons turned to dust. The diseases became harmless. The mental attacks made humans stronger, not weaker. Now, Jack said, together. 7 billion humans thought one word, stop. The Old One's ship froze. Its eyes closed. Its weapons died. For first time in million years, it felt fear. You're not the same humans. You're something new, something impossible. We're what happens when tyrants learn mercy, Jack said. When gods choose to become mortal. When the strong protect the weak instead of ruling them. The Old One tried one last attack. It reached out to other races. Tried to control them. Make them fight humans. But something beautiful happened. The Zarathi Emperor stood up. No, humans saved us. We stand with them. Admiral Kim's normal human fleet moved forward. Earth stands united. From across the galaxy, messages came. The Altarians. Humans freed us once. We remember now. We stand with Earth. The Zephyr Collective. They could enslave us. They choose not to. We stand with humanity. Race after race, planet after planet, the entire galaxy chose to stand with humans. The Old One was alone, like it had made others alone for so long. Emma felt its thoughts. Jack, it's afraid, really afraid. It's never faced United Galaxy before. Jack floated toward the monster's ship. No suit, no protection, just human will keeping him alive in space. You have two choices, he told the Old One. Leave this galaxy forever, or face justice for your crimes. What justice? I am older than your laws. Then face the oldest law of all, Jack said. What you give is what you get. You gave fear and death. Now receive mercy and life. He touched the Old One's ship. Instead of destroying it, he did something else. He shared human memories, love, family, friends, laughter, joy, things the Old One had never felt. The creature screamed, not in pain, in confusion. Why? Why show me this? Because even monsters can change. Humans did. We were like you once. We chose to be better. You can too. The Old One was silent for a long time. Then impossibly, one of its eyes shed a tear. I don't understand kindness. But I will learn. I will go. Find empty galaxy. Try to understand what you showed me. The living ship turned away. Before it left, the Old One said one more thing. Humans are not what they were. You're something new. Something the universe has never seen. Guard this galaxy well. Greater threats than me exist in the dark between galaxies. Then it was gone. 1 year later, Sarah Chen stood where Nova 7 colony had died. But death wasn't the end. Human and alien workers together were rebuilding. The soil was green again. Children played in new streets, human children, Zarathi children, others. Jack Morrison watched from a hill. No longer a soldier, now an ambassador. Humanity had formed the Galactic Protection Alliance. Not to rule, to serve, to protect. Emma Rose ran a school where species learned from each other. Humans taught courage and innovation. Zarathi taught patience and planning. Others brought their own gifts. The galaxy had changed. Not perfect. Still problems. Still conflicts. But now there was hope. President Park gave a speech on the anniversary. We learned that true strength isn't about power over others. It's about power over yourself. The power to choose kindness when you could choose cruelty. General Stone, the old warrior, had found peace. His final report read, the Prometheus Project succeeded, not by creating super soldiers, but by reminding us that all humans are super. We just forgot for a while. But in the deepest space, beyond the galaxy's edge, shadows moved. The Old One's warning echoed, greater threats exist. Jack looked at the stars. Humanity was ready, not as conquerors, not as tyrants, as protectors, as friends, as the race that chose to fall so others could rise and rose again when others needed them. Let them come, he said softly. The galaxy stands united now. Sarah joined him on the hill. Where 3 million had died, 6 million now lived, human and alien, together. They tried to erase us, she said. Instead, they helped us remember who we truly are. Jack nodded. And who we can become, the stars twinkled above. Each one a promise, each one a possibility. Humanity had returned to the stars, but this time they brought everyone with them. The galaxy no longer feared humans. It stood with them, and together they faced whatever darkness waited beyond the edge of known space. Because humans had learned the greatest truth of all. Real power isn't making others kneel. It's helping them stand. The war was over. The real adventure had just begun. The end.